It is time for comic book organizing with the great guy Orloff.
Yes, it is I, Pastor Orloff, and it's time to organize comic books. Jesus Christ. Okay, so before me lay boxes with comics from about 1971 to present day. Over here are a bunch of comic books, 1971 back to the dawn of time, including some ancient Sumerian tablets that were chiseled with images of Moloch and Felix the Cat. But my Bronze Age comics are sadly out of order, so that's what we're up to here on this beautiful spring Monday afternoon. And in a little bit I'll go take my dog for a walk in this glorious day, but for right now, let's see what we can do. I think when the camera shut off last night, I was going through The Invaders, which was a 1970s comic book from Marvel that had all their Golden Age heroes fighting Hitler. Okay, so Invaders. Okay, so I was moving them from one box to another. Let's see if I can remember what I was doing. Ah, yes, I do now. Okay. So, this is issue 34. Yes, indeed. $35. I must be missing 36 and 37. Here's 38. And then it looks like I'm missing 39 or 40. Here's 41, which is double-sized Dynamite. What year are we up to here? 79. Wow. 1979. How about that? How about that? Oh, okay. Then I have an annual, #1. So that must be bringing us to the end of the Invaders run. Almost. Let's see here. Very golden age in its composition, this cover. Very good. Okay. And it looks like here's a update from, Giant Size Invaders, and it's got some old Golden Age stuff and some 1970s stuff and some new computer colored stuff. And what is this from? Oh, well. Atomic Magnifying Glass, do your thing. Why, it's from the year, 2005, first printing. See, I think this is a new comic, but it's over 15 years old. Oh, okay, I guess they brought the Invaders back at some point. And so here's another Invaders #1. Instead of continuing on with the numbering, which any sane human being would have done. And so somehow I wound up with 2 #1s, but no #2. And then over here I've got 2 #3s. God damn it. Well, they brought this back, and I loved it in the 70s, so I guess I started getting it again. And what year could this have been? Oh, actually, it's a mini-series. There's only 4 issues. 93, wow. Okay. What? Oh, that's part 3 of 4. This is part 4 of 4. Okay, so here's the dilemma that we're faced with. We've got Iron Fist number 10 here, and over in this box we've got Iron Fist number 1. So clearly that needs to be combined. So Iron Fist number 1 goes here. Iron Fist number 10. Iron Jaw, Iron Man. Iron Jaw, I think I showed you that already. Let's get past Iron Jaw. Okay, so here we have Iron Man number 47. And I have another 40, I have 2 47s. I have a 48, which I've shown you like 3 nights in a row. And then, yeah, we laughed together about this 50 looking so wonky. 50. 67, I remember buying this on the newsstand. That's probably my first purchase of an Iron Man comic. Okay, so then we can bring over 82. 106.9. And 83.
I'm your host, Dr. Gratu Orlock, playing some of the greatest music ever recorded. Radio Gratu 106.7.
And then here's 85. Here's 87. Here's 96. Number 99. If you ever see this book, pick it up. One of the best books ever published. Not behind the King James Bible. Comics by Les Daniels. 1977, issue 100 came out. Okay, the monster of Frankenstein makes a guest appearance. When Frankenstein appears in a comic, it's usually a sign of poor sales, because Frankenstein was used for a good 20 years. Whenever in comics, whenever sales went down, you see Frankenstein on the cover. It happened with the X-Men. It happened with Bob Hope. It happened with every kind of comic. When you see Frankenstein appear, there's trouble a-brewing. 105. Okay, then we've got 110. All right. Then we bring 113 from over here. $114. Well, the reviews for the Zack Snyder cut, which is longer than Gone with the Wind and Lawrence of Arabia, not together but separately, they're starting to come out, and that should be interesting to view this weekend on HBO Maximum. 115, 116. All right. Kind of a cool ad there. 117. Yeah, it's beautiful outside. I'm gonna take you guys with me on a walk with the dog, kind of like the Gray Man does. He goes out and walks around the beautiful countryside where he lives. I'll take you on a walk around the neighborhood with Drusilla, the beagle. 126. $137. $138. Okay, and then we've got Giant Size Iron Man, which I probably should put with the G's, because that seems like what I've been doing lately, is putting all these giant size titles from right around 1975. Everything was giant size. Of course, the one to have is Giant Size X-Men, but you know that. I saw it, the atomic bombing of Hiroshima. This is a Japanese comic book, which they call manga. And it's really written and drawn by a guy that survived Hiroshima. And it's pretty grisly, you know, people with glass embedded in their head and stepping on a severed hand. Yeah. Oh yeah. People whose faces are melting, walking around with their skin falling off. That really happens. Your skin comes off in sheets when you've been burned. Yeah, I mean, historically important comic. It's just kind of horrifying there. Yeah. Okay. What is going on here? Why is this here? Oh, I must have filed this under I for Iger, Jerry Iger's Flamingo, Golden Age reprints. Here's one that's not bagged. It's black and white art inside. You know, it's good stuff. Matt Baker art. Important artist. First African American comic book artist. Okay, here's another Jerry Iger. ZX5, Spies in Action. Here's an all horror issue. Okay. So now we have, from the world of Saturday morning television, The Mighty Isis. So that'll go over here. That was number 2. Here's number 7. I mean, the show on television never had amazing monsters and villains, but she was quite attractive. All that. It's the same people that made the Captain Marvel show called Shazam. So then we've got It Girl, which I showed you before. And then we'll put in my childhood copy of The Jetsons. Number 10. I wonder what movie this music is from. If you're ever watching one of these Gratu shows and you hear music you like and you want to know what it is, there's an app you can get for your phone called Shazam. And it's a free app. And you when you're hearing music you don't know, you hold it up to the TV speaker, or maybe you're in a store and they're playing music over the loudspeaker. That's great, which probably will never happen, but you could be in a restaurant, hear something, and I don't know who's singing this. You press a button, and usually within about 5 seconds, 9 out of 10 times it'll identify the song, and it'll give you the name of the song and the artist. It's a cool thing. So that might help you if you're enjoying some music from from this show. Jezebel Jade is a character out of Johnny Quest. Yeah, so therefore you're seeing like race banning and stuff. So here's number 2 from Comico. Okay. Number 3. Human Fly Huntress. Okay. Well, I'm trying to figure something out here. Oh, I see. Okay, I see what I'm doing. John Carter, Warlord of Mars. This is when Marvel got the rights to the Edgar Rice Burroughs stories. So this is around Star Wars time, about 1977. Of course, these stories heavily influenced everything from Flash Gordon. Any time you see ray guns, and they're also fighting with swords, it all goes back to John Carter. So that's definitely Flash Gordon. You know, swords and ray guns. He was an ex-Confederate soldier that wound up on Mars mysteriously. He later figures out how to go back and forth, but regardless, he's able to leap real high and a great distance, like Superman would later do in the early issues of Superman, because he's on another planet, and he had a red cape, and just about every Star Wars is heavily influenced. There were the kings on Mars were called Jedaks or Jeds. They had giant mosquitoes on Mars called Siths. They had the Bantha, the big elephant thing, hairy elephant thing in Star Wars. The lions that had like 8 legs in the John Carter stories are called Banth, B-A-N-T-H, Banths. It's hard to pronounce, Banths. A lot of rescuing princesses. Dejah Thoris was the princess that was rescued most, and Princess Dejah, Princess Leia. It's just very, very similar, and it's but and then this was inspired by mythology, so nothing's really new, I guess. Here's 5.
This is the sound of an asthma attack.
All right, number 6. Sometimes you go to the restroom and you don't edit out the stupid YouTube commercial. That's what happened there. Number 7.
Dr. Weird's mystery will be continued shortly. By the way, Doctor,
yeah, I love this comic. Number 8. Now they put out these John Carter or Dejah Thoris comics where I guess they show nudity, which, according to the stories, people didn't wear much clothing on Mars other than, stuff to protect yourself in battle. But I guess they were, because it's difficult, because in fiction, from the late 1800s, when they're talking about Native Americans or Indians as they were called then, they always called them naked savages. So of course they weren't completely naked, but to some European, they are pretty much naked. So whether Edgar Rice Burroughs actually intended them, John Carter and Princess Leia, to be completely naked all the time, I don't know. But usually what you've got is in most illustrations, them depicted kind of with very scanty clothing like that, which is, of course, what the third Star Wars movie. Oh, and they had the floating ships, just like, and they would have, because all the oceans had dried up, so the ships floated in air, and just like in Return of the Jedi. Number 12, yes, 12. Here's number 13. I think these have been reprinted in some kind of hardcover edition. Oh, shit. This box goes through L. Okay. Jonah, here's the Jonah Hexes I was looking for. I'm juggling too many damn boxes. Let me see what my box is with the L's. Is it? Oh, here it is. Little monsters. What I need to do is pull a few comics out of that box and put them over here because I'm going to need some room in this box. All right, I can put you back up here now. Yesterday I did an episode maybe an hour long because the camera shut off, and then I continued it on with a 2-hour episode, and the 2-hour episode has a lot more views than the original one. So as I was saying last night, it looks like all the general advice that you should keep your YouTube videos very short, like, is not really applying to what I'm doing on this channel. I think people prefer to see longer videos. Maybe they put them on to help themselves go to sleep. But you could always do that with Joe Biden's speeches. I just watched him talking. He's saying that some reporter, they had a staged question after he finished talking, and they said, should President Trump help you spread the word to get his people and to do this thing? And because they're saying that in Congress, 25% of the Republican representatives or senators are not getting the roll up your sleever, and so they've been talking about that. That's the new talking points, that Congress can't get back to business like it should because of these bad Republicans not wanting to get that. So they're saying should President Trump come out and tell these people to get that, and he says, no, I don't think that we need him to talk to his MAGA people. We need, what do you say, we need docs and preachers in the local communities to tell people the reasons why they should do that. Yeah. I don't know about that. I don't know much about that. 17. There's like 15 countries that are not allowing that anymore. They're saying that a lot of bad. I shouldn't even talk about that. YouTube does not like any dissent. 19, number 19. 20. 21. There's a YouTube channel called Everything is Terrible, and they show horrible clips from old videotapes and TV shows. This is where I got this bit from. If you like really bad things that are just incredibly stupid, unintentionally, that would probably be a good channel for you to look up. Everything is Terrible is what it's called. 23. Wow. 24. I think we're getting towards the end of the run here. 25. 26. Remember that Christmas when the first Star Wars came out? Star Trek. I don't know. Maybe I'm worse than Joe Biden. Or Bo Biden. I'll call him Bo Biden. Here's a... Didn't I just see this cover? No, maybe not. Maybe she was tied up to something else on the other cover. 28. I guess this was the final issue. How about that? And of course there were some annuals. Let's put the annuals at the end of the run in my boxes. This is annual number 1 from 1977. Here's number 2. I guess it ran 3 years. Here's annual number 3. Okay, here's some shit. There's Will Eisner's John Law, a detective. Looking almost exactly like the Spirit, except with an eye patch. John Law. And then I have John Target Manstalker from the wonderful Atlas Company. Let's get past that. Then I have... Wait, no. J-O-H. Moving on to J-O-N for Jonah. So no, I need to put the Joker in there. Here's my childhood copy of the Joker number 1. Which I think might be valuable now. I'm getting the impression that's the case. No, I never thought I'd like that Joker movie before it came out. It wound up being great. You know, the Taxi Driver style Joker. I don't know what's going on with the Batman movie they're making. I think it went on hiatus for a good while because of the CB-19. You know, it's surreal. I hadn't really realized it, that the Spanish flu is exactly 100 years ago, because it started in 1918 and went about a year and a half, 2 years. I have a great uncle that's buried in France that died of that Spanish influenza. But what we're dealing with now is not a flu, it's some kind of, well, you're not supposed to say it's man-made, and you're not supposed to say it's a weapon, but, you know, come on. We weren't born yesterday. Okay, 6. So, anyway, so you think about it, what happened if you are a student of sociology, how society works. After World War I, all that loss of life, and then a horrible pandemic. They were wearing masks like we do now. But it was far worse than what we're dealing with now. Then, and I think that flu started as a result of the war and the sanitation and the rats, I'm pretty sure. Because they didn't have the technology to make this stuff in a lab back then. Well, after that, so what happened in the 20s? It was complete wild fuckery. It was insanity. People went crazy, and women started, wearing short skirts and smoking, and people were nuts, because after being repressed, killed, horrible war, horrible dealing with all that, people went just batshit. And I hear that people are going batshit right now down in Miami Beach. And spring break started, at least here in Grotuville. Today, kids aren't at school because it's spring break this week. 1 year anniversary when they shut the schools down here locally. So the school year last year had to be finished by way of sitting at a laptop computer and monitoring your students and having little Zoom meetings that a handful of kids showed up to. And it wasn't always their fault. Some of them had left the country. Some of them didn't have Wi-Fi. It was a mess. So there were lessons provided by the school district for them to work on. And as long as they at least attempted to get on and spent a little time on it, then they passed. But I guarantee you, kids for the last year haven't learned much at all. Unless parents are at home making them read and even just reading comic books. Of course, comic books aren't sold to kids anymore, but here's number 3. What was that last one? Oh, I guess 3 is my first issue. I need to get 1 and 2. I love Jonah Hex. So, yeah. This will all pass, probably, unless they brew something else up, which I'm sure they're working on. Things will get back to normal. But this generation's gonna be fucked up and scarred forever. And it's just, and there's gonna be some weird fetish just about seeing this part of people's faces. I think that's just gonna be, wow, I'm seeing their lips, and I think women will be glad to get back to, I'm pretty sure lipstick manufacturers are suffering. Jonah Hex 4. Alright. They don't need you in Superman movies anymore. You could be in the Superman movie. Why would they need extras? They just create extras on using computer trickery. Just about everybody's fake in movies today. Okay, what was that? Number 4. Here's number 5. Damn, this was a great comic. Of course, before he had his own title, he was in Weird Western Tales. It was better when they left his facial scarring a mystery. Later in the run of this comic, they explained that he was scarred by Indians, Native Americans, but it was better when it was a mystery. It's like, did the devil do that to him? Was it a war injury from the Civil War? Why is he still wearing his Civil War uniform? All that was a mystery, and it's better to leave it to Ernie Chan again, that wonderful artist from the mid-70s in DC Comics. Yeah. You got a mysterious character, leave it a mystery. Yeah, they should have done that with Darth Vader too. They shouldn't have gone back and shown him as a little kid and all that crap. Oh, here it is. Here's number 8. I remember. This is where they explain his facial injury. My wife was watching one of the videos. She doesn't really watch this channel very often, but she was looking at me on the TV. She says, "Why, your hair is red?" Because it's like it's gray here, and then it turns. That still isn't my regular hair color, because my hair used to be brown. It's like none of my hair is the color it was when I was younger, but I've got that Lily Munster thing going, or Two-Face, I don't know why my hair does that. It's cool for now until this side goes gray too. Then it won't be cool anymore. Here's number 9, Bernie Wrightson. This reminds me of a Neil Adams Batman cover when they had Batman staked out in the desert. Ra's al Ghul, or is it Ra's al Ghul? Another name I never knew how to pronounce. Okay, here's number 10. There's another number 10. That was probably done by accident. Well, all of these doubles are done by accident. More than, sometimes I'll buy not Brandak and Plop comics when I see them, even though I know I own them, just because I can't leave them behind, and it might be a slight upgrade in condition, you know. But I don't buy boxes full of one comic. I've never been an investor. I mean, I guess it would be cool on a comic book rack if you own one to have a whole bunch of one title. I'm not Daddy Warbucks. I don't have the money to do that. 14. We should get our COVID stimulus money Wednesday. But that's all earmarked for other things. There's 15. 16. Josh Brolin played Jonah Hex. He played Thanos. He played what the fuck is the character in X-Men in the Deadpool? Cyclops' son. I don't know. The 90s characters. The glowing eye. So he's played 3 different comic book characters in his life. Buster Crabbe probably has the record because he played Flash Gordon, he played Buck Rogers, he played Tarzan, which is not really a comic, but kind of is a comic character. He played a bunch of characters. But Ben Affleck played Batman. He played Superman, kind of. He played George Reeves in a movie about George Reeves, but he put the suit on. He played Daredevil. And, I don't know. Seems like he did something else. I don't know who has the record for playing comic book characters. Buster Crabbe sounds the best, because he's the coolest of all those actors. Alright. I'm sure you guys will tell me down below the accurate. Maybe you could probably just Google that down. My mother-in-law says, Google it down. You can Google it. But Google is evil, so DuckDuckGo it. 19. Yeah. Battlestar Galactica tried to dirty up their spaceships to be like Star Wars, right? And it was John Dykstra, the same guy that did the effects for Star Wars, which won an Academy Award, but you're not allowed to see anymore because they took all of his wonderful effects work out and put in computer-generated spaceships. I was showing my wife an episode of Star Trek, Patterns of Force, because there's a Joe Biden type character in that episode that has converted this whole planet into based on Nazi Germany, and he's not just an old ineffective man that's drugged up, and they just have him sit there drugged and read lines that they're fed to him because he's the Fuhrer or whatever. Anyway, it's like we're watching, and all of a sudden there's a shot of the Enterprise. She says, why does it all of a sudden look like a computer game in this show from the 60s? And I said, well, because they built these wonderful spaceship models as big as this room and shot them. And then in the 90s, or maybe in the early 2000s, they went in and replaced all the shots of the Enterprise with computer-generated imagery. But, you know, the DVDs or maybe the Blu-rays still, they give you can have the original cut of the episode and the new improved version. But if you watch it on Netflix, you're only getting, or whatever channel streaming shows Star Trek, you don't get the choice. So you're seeing you only have a choice of seeing it the new way, which that CGI is already dated. This is probably sun fading from sitting in a comic book rack in the window of a Stop and Go or 7-Eleven or whatever. Because they were notoriously these racks in the windows, put in the windows where kids could see them. 20, right by all the candy. That was 21, and then here's a beat up 21 that I must have gotten in a quarter bin or something. 22. That Hercules theme is the same guy that sang, "I can see clearly now, the rain has gone." 23, which is probably the first reggae song I ever heard. But I didn't know it was reggae at the time. 23, 24. I want to go to this church where this guy preaches. But if I was at a church and the preacher got up and started talking about, you know, you need to make sure you do that because blah, 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 blah. It's just like, the exit stage left. We need to find a new church. 25. Heavens to Murgatroyd. 26. I need to stop talking about politics. Lots of Jonah Hex comics. 27. Wonderful comic book. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, Michael Fleischer doing the scripts, and he was very warped. So this was it was like watching a really warped spaghetti western, reading these Jonah Hex comics. That's 29.
After school special.
30. Okay, 31. See, that looks like a spaghetti western poster. Why can't they make good comics anymore? Maybe they do, and I just don't know it. You son of a bitch. God damn you old fucking sons of bitches. No worries. This is the Jonah Hex Spectacular. Is this the one where they show how he dies? I think it is. Yeah. He winds up stuffed on exhibit in a Wild West show. That's yeah. You know, when you've got a character that's based in the Old West, like, say, Kid Colt Outlaw or whatever, you figure, well, this guy's not still around. Will they ever do a story that shows what his ultimate end was? Jonah Hex did that. I remember in Seattle, when I was in 5th grade, there was a store downtown by the waterfront, and it was called Ye Old Curiosity Shop, and it's very famous, and I'm sure you can see lots of little segments on YouTube showing that store, and it sold weird little souvenirs, but it had lots of things that had been used in freak shows, you know, like a fake mermaid. What they do is they graft like a mummified monkey that looks like it's in agony, and then they put a fish, they graft it onto a fish to make it look, and it wouldn't be like Ariel, the Little Mermaid, stuff like that, but they had a dead body in there, and it was some old, I don't think it was a gunfighter, it was probably just some old drunk, but he died, and I think he had bullet holes in him. I don't remember but it was a body that was found in the desert and had been mummified from the Old West. And they just had him there under glass, standing there in the store. And I think they had totem poles carved by Native Americans and stuff like that. Yeah, Ye Old Curiosity Shop in Seattle, Tennessee. Seattle, Washington. Number 40. The stream of consciousness, ladies and gentlemen. I can do it all day. Until my brain stops working. 41. 42. They should use this theme song on the Netflix series. There's O.J. Simpson. If the shoe doesn't fit, you must acquit. 44. 47. 50. Oh, okay. I found this, and then apparently I skipped about 27 issues until this issue showed up on the stands. And I bought this recently at Cosmic Comics, but it looks like I already had my copy from when I was younger. And because I guess, I don't know, I just this cover was, what the hell is going on there? And here's the gut-wrenching final issue. It went up to 92. But they soon brought him back in a futuristic comic where he's on another planet called Hex. And then it looks like there's a DC Vertigo comic at some point. I don't like how he's drawn there. Okay, so it's like super bloody, and Vertigo was an imprint that means R-rated. So, was Fleischer still involved? Let's see. I watch this every morning because there's no other cartoons on. Son of a bitch. You asshole. Old friend of mine who now works for NASA, he always commented about this and said he thought that was hilarious that they have in the theme song, every day is a different show. He just thought that, you know, obviously they put that in there because it rhymed, but he just thought that was funny that they're in the theme song. They tell you, we don't have the same show every day. Okay, here's Dave Stevens from '85 doing a wonderful Johnny Quest cover. Johnny Quest, arguably the best adventure cartoon on television in television history, with, I would possibly, Batman the Animated Series from the 90s would be equal. Johnny Quest was very good. And here's Dave Stevens, wonderful Dave Stevens cover. This is coming out from a company called Comico. Here's number 10. The box is starting to get full. Johnny Quest Classics. Look, they got Doug Wildey to do art. Excellent. Amazing. Stopping. Okay. Need to move you guys for 1 minute. Uno momento. One minute. It will not be long. I had to move some comics from the back of this box to another box because they're starting to be a tight squeeze. Okay, so now we move to Josie and the Pussycats, number 55. Okay, number 56. Number 63. Here's 67. I always like this cover. 68. 70. 71. 79. Another 79. Here's a revival from the 90s. The clothing's a little more skimpy. Number 2. Oh, this is when that movie came out. Remember that movie? Actually, it wasn't as horrible as you'd think. And even the music was pretty good. I know it sounds insane. Okay, so I've got some more Journey into Mysteries over here to add to these Journey into Mysteries. So I've got number 2. Okay, and then I've got 7, but I've got 4 here. 4. 5. And then that brings me to number 7, and then the rest here you've seen in previous episodes. So then I've got a Jungle Action over here, so I have to move forward a little bit, past Jughead. Okay, there's some Jungle Action. There's Jungle Action number 3 over here, which I showed you, I think, last night. But here I have Jungle Action number 2. Oh, and here's another Journey into Mystery. That's a cool cover. Purple covers are always cool. So, Journey into Mystery 10. I'll put between 9 and 13. So I still need to get 11 and 12 and some various other issues. Okay, so, but Judge Dredd is going to be before Jughead. Yeah, this is when this first came to the United States. And I remember being in the original location of Lone Star Comics when this was on the rack, and I remember hearing it was probably the owner, Buddy Saunders, or one of his close, higher-up underlings. I remember them saying that this stuff is as good as the old EC Comics. They were really happy with the Judge Dredd comic. And they were old enough to remember being kids when EC was on the rack, so I was thinking, wow. And I would pick these up because the artwork was so great and the stories were cool. Judge Dredd 2. Yeah, this is how we were first introduced to it here in the States. I think the comics in England were in black and white. They just brought them over, added color to them. That's number 3. There's a bunch of them. 4, because I was really into this, so I bought it every month. 4, 5. The Sylvester Stallone movie had some good moments, but the problem with that movie is he immediately takes his helmet off, and it's Sylvester Stallone. And the whole point of the comic strip is he never takes his helmet off. But Sylvester Stallone was very vain and wanted to be seen, and it didn't succeed, even though it had some good production design. There was another Judge Dredd movie from just about 5-6 years ago that was very good. It didn't, I don't think, make enough money to be hit, but it was really good, and all took place inside one building. It was just great. It was fun. There were people for a while were crusading, trying to get them to do a sequel, and maybe they still can, especially with all these streaming channels. I don't know why they don't. I think the actor that played Judge Dredd's been in, he's the guy that played Dr. McCoy in the revived Star Trek, and he's been in that, some deconstructionist superhero show. I forget what it's, where the heroes are all bad guys, and I forget what it's called. We watched the first season. What is that show called? It's based on a comic. It'll come to me as soon as all these things come to me as soon as I press stop. Like on the last episode, I was saying that Crisis on Infinite Earths, when it came out, was just to sell toys, and that wasn't true at all. That was done so they could streamline the universe to make it easier for kids to jump on, and then maybe also to sell toys. But the thing I meant to say, I said the wrong title, was what the fuck was it called? In Marvel, where all the Marvel characters came together in the 80s. Secret Wars, yeah. That was to sell toys. Because then they came out with the Secret Wars. It was just so they'd all the heroes were together, so they could all be sold as a toy line. 16. And then of course DC did the same thing with a series called Superpowers. And I was in college at that point, and I just was very cynical and thought, shit. But people a little bit younger than me just really love that era. And I didn't read the Secret Wars comics, and I hear they're great, so I just probably missed out because of my cynicism. 21. Number 22. Okay. $23. 28. Then there's Judge Dredd's Crime File. Judge Dredd and the Judge Child Quest. And then, what have I done here? I picked this up, really? What is this? It's some 90s looking, doesn't look like Judge Dredd art. I don't know. I must have picked it up to try it. And then here's a Silver Age comic that does not belong in these boxes. It's a 12 center Captain Hero. Jughead is Captain Hero. So I'll put this over here. Okay, Jughead. Jughead number 248.
We'll also have pagan drink specials, munchies, and pitchers of beer for just $1. The Pagan Ritual Pig Out this Friday night from the station that parties naked in the woods with animals.
Okay. This should be over here in the Underground Comics. Here's a great Dave Stevens cover, Jungle Comics. Dave Stevens was brilliant. Here's Jungle Girls from AC. AC Comics reprinted a lot of Golden Age stuff. Except, yeah.
From the creator of Halloween and the star of
He reprinted a lot of Sheena stuff. So Jungle Girls goes on there.
The unspeakable hides its
Hold on. What a
Batman and Peter Barton and Hell Knight. From Compass International, rated R.
Oh, there's more Jungle.
From early warning systems on the ocean floor comes the Talatri of terror. The entire country will break apart and be swept into the sea. Tidal wave, 200
Yeah, good stuff.
striking at 600 miles an hour over the world's biggest city. Tidal wave.
They had usually had terrible covers, but inside it was genuine Golden Age art. Okay, this is a free comic day thing. Jungle Girl, and it's like a TNA comic, see, but maybe it's well written. Could be well written. It's always possible. I'm going to move some comics out of the back of that box. It looks like I'm about to have to consolidate Justice League. Okay. Jungle Action. Jungle Girls. Alright, now this will be a little easier on my back. Okay, so we've got this Justice Incorporated, which is the same creator as Doc Savage, Kenneth Robeson, although I think that was a name for several authors. I may be wrong. But Justice Incorporated was basically the Avenger, and it didn't last but a few issues. Oh boy. am I going to put the camera while I do this? I have to put it at a little bit of an angle. Okay, I need to... What can I get to? Oh, I have an idea. Hold on. Okay. Shit. Okay. Alright, so we're putting Justice League together. So in this box we have Justice League 107. Here's a really beat up Justice League 108. Then my childhood copy of 110. I should put that with the Christmas comics, but 114. Okay, here's 114. I don't know if I've shown you these, so I maybe. Yeah, I don't know if I've shown you these. This was 107, which I didn't show you. Yeah, maybe I did. Then it goes to 139, so I gotta fit a bunch of other comics in. Here's 117, also a childhood copy. The light is not good this way. Yeah. 117. $118. 119. 120. The expression, when you hear someone say that someone comes on or something comes on like gangbusters, there used to be an old radio show in the days of old radio called Gangbusters. And every episode would start with gunshots and police sirens and just all kinds of noise. And so if you come in and make a lot of noise, people say, you're coming on like gangbusters, like the way that the Gangbusters radio show starts every week. So that's where that expression comes from. Some people wonder, that's gotta be Ernie Chan. Of course, Ernie Chua, before he changed his name. Here's 129. When is the Orville coming back? Anyone heard about that? That reminds me, I need to finish watching last season of the Orville. That was a good show. 135. Shit. One of those floating head covers that I love. Here's another Ernie Chua cover. Ernie Chan. $143. 144. 147. The Justice League and Justice Society teamed up every summer in those days. One of those things you could always look forward to in the summer months. Oh wait, 139. I didn't put that in the run there. Let me get that in there. So 139. Need to get some books out of the back of this box now. Gotta make room for the Justice League. It feels good to finally be getting these organized. It had just gotten too messy. 157. Yeah. 159. There's a Jonah Hex appearance in the Justice League. Yeah, Jonah Hex led an interesting life. That's 160, 161. 162. 164. I've never seen the Black Lightning TV show. This is 173. We want you on the team, Black Lightning. With that jive bunch of turkeys in the JLA, forget it. Jive bunch of turkeys. $226. Okay. This is Justice League 68 suddenly. So they obviously started the numbering again. And they had this stupid looking Green Lantern at that point with the bowl haircut. Hated that. Whatever his name was. Grant Gardner or Guy Gardner or something. 94. This is every so often I try to dip my toe in the water to see what comic books are like now, and Justice League Quarterly number 9. And what is this? Possessed by the power of the Gray Man. Number 6. So they're starting Justice League's numbering over again for a third time, I guess. It just was too confusing for me, honestly. Justice League Europe. Okay. Justice League Quarterly. And the New Faces of the JLA. Number 5. Number 8. And then it's JLA 2, number 1, part 1 of 6. Then number 11. Oh shit. I think I was buying these because someone told me I should. Or maybe it's because of Grant Morrison or something. I don't know. Number 14. Okay, and this is a cool, like a book, you know, with, you know, Silver Age art. So that's definitely cool. Okay. Then here's another copy of Logan's Run number 5. I need to put that with my Logan's Run comics. JKL, Laugh, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Little Kids. Oh, man. Alright, so now I have 2 copies of Logan's Run number 5. And did I show you all the Man-Thing comics? No, I think I stopped at Man-Thing. Possibly. Mars Attacks. Yeah, I didn't show you these. Here's some more Kazar comics. Number 14. And number 15. So let me get these in here into this box. Oh, yeah. No, these are not, because this is Astonishing Tales. This needs to be in the A box. Man. Then what is this shit? Oh, a bunch of Doom Patrol stuff. Okay. Alright. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, alright. So, okay, that's doable. Okay, so the first thing I've got to do is finish with this box. So I'll show you some Man-Thing comics that you haven't seen. This was bought for me when I was sick in 3rd grade by my mother. Man-Thing number 1. For a while it was one of the most valuable comics in my collection. I don't know that anyone collects Man-Thing anymore. Here's number 2. Number 3. Looks like I don't have a number 4. There's 5. Number 6. Looks like I'm missing 7. Here's an 8. I think I have more than one copy of this. This is an amazing, amazing piece of art. Number 11. Number 12. Here's 15. Here's 19. Here's 20. and another copy of 20. 21. 22. Another 22. And then the very unfortunately titled Giant Size Man-Thing. It's got a little star there, meaning it was purchased at a PX. Giant Size Man-Thing number 4. Giant Size Man-Thing number 5. Then in one of the earliest attempts to restart numbering, 1979, another number 1 of Man-Thing. A number 2 again. Number 3. I'm sure this confuses beginning comic collectors, but beginning comic collectors are probably not buying Man-Thing. They're probably buying whatever stuff they buy now. 6. 9. Tear-stained last issue of the Man-Thing, number 11, and this one is beat up. It was not beaten up by me. I bought it that way in probably a quarter bin. The Infernal Man-Thing. This is like a book-length thing. Then I've got some kind of Ultraverse thing. Mantra. Looks like it was done by a 10th grader. And I've apparently got 3. Why was I buying it over and over again? What is up with me? Yeah, I don't know. I was buying it way too often for... There has to be some reason. 3. Looks like I skipped 4. I bought 5. This does not seem like me. I don't know why I was buying this. Because you know, it's just a kind of it's just a TNA comic, but it's not particularly. It doesn't really look like it's well done, that well done. But I would have stuck with it that long. And then there's this anniversary issue. How exciting. Okay, then there's Steve Ditko. Well, this is a reprint from Modern Comics. Many Ghosts of Dr. Graves. Reprint of 12, and then a reprint of 25. And then a real comic, 49. Not a reprint. And wait, that was what? That was 49. This one is 41. This one I bought as a kid. I remember. Okay. And 62 I bought as a kid. Oh, this looks good. Marijuana, the inside story. Look at these concerned creatures looking at him. What the hell are they? And it's this kind of artwork. This is made in Texas. So this was meant to be used in schools in Texas. So William Clements, governor of Texas, 1982. So this could be kind of rare outside of Texas if you're into bad educational comics. That's a good example of one. All right, so let's get you back over here. What am I up to now? Human fly huntress. Shit. Okay. Well, I gotta figure out where the box that starts with M's. It starts with A, Avengers. Okay, so that's not what I need. Alright. Do some Rubik's Cube moving of comic boxes here. That starts with V. This box starts with I. Inferior 5 through Jughead. So that doesn't help me. Probably the box below it. No, that starts with Superman. Crap. Scheiße. Wow. This is annoying. Okay, hold on 1 minute. Oh, you. What a soto mangato, what a sana mulakanabrato, tapa tapa. Okay. Let's see what's under this box. No, that's F. Fear. Oh, man. This box starts with Turok. Okay. Well, the boxes I need to put these M comics into are probably in the other room. So I'm going to admit defeat on where to put those M comics that were displaced. Because I know I have 2 other boxes I need to join together. Lawfully as box and box. These are Doom Patrol. Okay. So where are they? Okay. Okay, it's probably this. Whoa. Mama gota petita blosota, mama gota ma santa muchatata. When I'm in great deal of getting a hernia, I tend to speak in tongues. It's from studying ancient Sumerian tablets back in the early 50s. Dr. Gratu Orloff learned to speak in tongues. Okay. What in the name of all that is holy is going on here? Alright. We're going to try to join these 2 boxes together as man and wife. Barbed Wire, meet Batgirl. How will we join them together? Barbed Wire being was later turned into a really, a Pamela Anderson movie. I don't know if anyone ever saw that. I know I didn't. And I actually own a few of these Barbed Wire comics for some mystifying reason. Well, possibly they're good. Nah, the artwork on the cover is not bad. Inside it's kind of yeah. It's Kitty's Christian Comics. Barney Bear wakes up. Bear and Werewolf's Haunted Library. I'm sure I've shown you these before. 31. 33, 60. Okay, Batgirl, whatever Batgirl this is, goes next. Okay, there's a bunch of Batman comics that need to be put into here. So I need to join up. But are they in this box? No? No, no, nope, nope, and no. Not here. Probably in the other room. Oh, wait, no. That box is at the bottom of all this shit. That's right, because we were looking at this stuff the other day. I've got to somehow move all of this crap around. Oh, that's going to take some doing. Gotta be done.
Guanajuato, Makoto, a la Santa Biblioteca en la tienda de los gatos, Mora Santo Puto, Areguiti, a la Otofanda de Molomuta, en la tienda la Guata. Okay, that. Yeah, alright. Batman. Batman indeed. You're chicken fucking cocksucking motherfucking cock. That was no good. That was bad. Okay. Superman. Whoa, Vigilante. Wrong end of the alphabet. Sad sack. We had a request to see Sad Sack comics. I don't have many Sad Sack here from the Bronze Age. Here's a 20-cent Sad Sack, $2.29. There's a store near me, a comic store that has a ton of Sad Sack. He made a Sad Sack buy about 10-15 years ago. He was never able to sell any of them except to me. And they're sitting there like probably a third of a long box of Sad Sack. And these used to be given away on army bases. Here's 236. They're not in order. Sad Sack. Yeah, I have some Sad Sack that are over there in the Silver Age that are from the 60s. And I think I even have like a couple from the 50s, maybe. Okay, so that's the Sad Sack stuff. Hold on. Oh, okay, this box starts with Hawkman and Green Lantern. Okay, let's move you up here. Okay, what is in this box? Okay, this is Son of Satan. Oh, this is all the Spider-Man stuff. I was actually needing to add to this box. I found another Spider-Man box. But that will have to be possibly tomorrow. If you're wanting to see some Spider-Man comics, come back tomorrow. What's in this box?
Oh, this is Attack, Avengers, and it goes through. No. What? Wait a minute. Oh, here's the Batman. This is what I need. Okay, perfect. I found the box. All right, so things can proceed. Of course, you can't see anything, so that will be rectified. Okay. Barbed wire back. And then this was... No. Okay. Okay, so this is not an easy job. So you have Avengers, Barbarians featuring Ironjaw. This is another Ironjaw comic, but it's called Barbarians. Okay. So before after Barbarians should be Barbed Wire. Followed by Barney Bear Wakes Up. Followed by Baron Werewolf's Haunted Library. And then there's another Batgirl over here. This is number 26. And this is Batgirl 25. Okay. Then I have this comic, Batman Through the Ages. Okay, so I have 244. This is the cover. I was saying that Jonah Hex reminded me of the Batman cover. It was this one, this Neil Adams cover. Here's 250. $252. See, the influence of all the horror comics that were selling so well extended to the superhero comics, and the superhero comics winded up looking like a cover of Ghost or House of Mystery. That's what I was trying to convey to you. Here he is up against the Shadow in 253. I hope I'm not doing damage. I really feel bad, like I'm really messing myself up moving these boxes. Probably need to take a break and relax. Here's another 256. Need to get backing boards in these and then seal them up. 257. 259. And then there's a bunch of Batmans somewhere else, because this is not where Batman should end. It's in another box. Here I got this Batgirl, Batman Adventures. This is I think this is like going for thousands of dollars now. And this is probably up there too. The thing is, just buy what you like, and eventually you'll probably have something that's worth money. Batman Family number 2. And then I got this Batman 3 Jokers thing that I still haven't read. Here's Batman 3 Jokers 2. The third one. And then I paid $15 for a brand new comic just because I love the cover so much. It really just popped out at me, and I Had to get it. And I've forgotten already who the artist is, but it's real good. It's good art. Okay, then I've got a bunch of... This should be in a box down there. I'm pretty sure. Let me just move it over here. Beowulf. We were talking about Beowulf the other day, right? So we were going through some Beowulf comics. 3. There's another 3. So what I really need to do is look through these boxes here, because one of them's going to have the other Bs with the other Batman comics. Beowulf number 4. So yeah, that's what I need to be doing. Bernie Wrightson catalog. Yeah, and then here's an issue of Beware number 2. And I remember I was showing you Beware. So there's another box here that has some Beware comics. Here's Beware number 8. And here's Black Magic number 2. Okay, I see what's going on. And we were looking at Black Panther. Remember what I was saying? I know I have issue number 1. Here's issue number 1. So I need to find that box we were going through the other day. This is what I need to be doing here. So let's do that, shall we? Let's make sure it's not this one. No. Fear. 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 Fear, 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 fear. Fear, 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 fear. This is the Dark Book. So there's the D's. This box is the T's. DT's. Here's another D box, Doorway to Nightmare. Oh my god. I just feel like my internal organs are ripping apart. But this is wonderful music to get a hernia by. I should label this CD that. This DVD. What I do is I record on a DVD-R in 6 hours speed. So I get over 6 hours of music. Ah, here we go. I may start Washington. Maybe I'll do this standing up for a little bit. Because if I sit down, I may never get back up. Oh, this is where all the Captain Americas need to be. Actually. Okay, this is the box where I was showing you all the Conans. Shit! No, that's not what I need. No. So where did the Batman box go? Oh, shit. What? What? Oh. Green Lantern, Fear. Shit. Here's the Captain America comics. Okay. Wow! What? Wow! Look at you! Wow! No, that's Justice Incorporated. Oh my God! Oh. This is going to drive me sane. Well, alright. Just get started, I guess. With this Black Panther comic over here. No, I need to know where that other box is. Shit. It has to be here. It has to be. It has to be. It has to be. It has to be here. It has to be here. No, it isn't. Justice Incorporated. No, it is not there. What? Doorway to fucking nightmare. I don't know where I put it. Fantastic Four. Is it underneath the doorway to nightmare? No, that's Turok, Son of Stone. Damn. Beowulf, Conan. Fear. Still a vigilante. Motherfuckers. Superman. Damn, fuck, shit, piss, fuck. I was just showing you a Batman cover.
where was that? Magito. Tonto. Rocketeer. No. No. Tell you what, let me come back in a subsequent episode and possibly I will find that box, but you're going to see nothing here but frustration. Be seeing you.